Oh my god, I can't record videos anymore. It's just too difficult. It's just too difficult. Time to learn something new. It's time to learn something new. We're gonna learn how to do a kickflip. Very simple. That's it. Today's a how-to video. How to kickflip on a fingerboard. Before we get started, if you haven't watched the how-to ollie video, I would recommend that first, because in that video, that will give you a lot of basic first steps that you can probably use to learn how to kickflip, and a lot of pointers about your setup and all that. I'm not gonna go over that again. Just watch the how-to ollie first, and then come back to this video when you want to learn how to kickflip. You probably want to learn ollie first too. So an ollie is the basic jump that we got over the first video. Now we're learning a kickflip. So a kickflip looks like this. Basically, a kickflip is a barrel roll. So the board flips towards you. So it doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. The board will flip towards you. So in my instance, it flips this way towards me. All right. A heel flip is the other way, which is not what we're covering today. We're just gonna start off with finger positioning. So on your fingerboard, you're gonna want to put your fingers in this sort of position, basically the same position as the ollie. So I'll put a close-up right here. The basic movements are pop and flick. Those are basically the two basic movements of a kickflip. So once you get your ollies on lock, I'm telling you, get your ollies on like lock, where you can just get them perfect every time. Maybe not perfectly boned, but you're able to pop the board just perfectly. Do an ollie basically, and mid-air, the little corner of your board right here that's towards you, so closest to you, this corner pocket right here is where you flick the nose. So you're gonna pop and you're gonna flick. So it should look like, so you popped and you kind of flick it off this corner pocket. Now when you're doing it, you're not gonna get anywhere near close to this. It's gonna feel very like, you know, weird. It's gonna feel very awkward. You're gonna be very confused. But like, why can't I get it? Now obviously you're not gonna get it like that, but what you are gonna have to learn is that it is like 2 steps. Think about it as 2 steps. It's not all one fluid pop and flick at the same time. You have to pop then flick. So it's 2 steps. That's an important part, I think. And you can also think of it less as a pop and a flick, and more like a kind of like bringing your hand up like this, in a way, if that makes sense. So like in slow motion, I'm popping and I bring my hand up, kind of like that, and the board will eventually do that. You just kind of move your hand towards you in this motion, not this exaggerated, but kind of like that. A lot of ways you can practice this is on a in fakie, which is backwards. So when we usually ride this way, fakie is riding this way, so backwards. So the reason why this helps is because the board already kind of goes into your hand already, and it kind of allows you to flick it a lot easier. So it looks like that, right? Practicing it fakie will help a lot. When you're flicking backwards, alright, when you're flicking backwards, or popping backwards, the board will kind of move into your fingers naturally. So when doing that, it might make it a bit easier. So you can try it fakie, and you're gonna pop, and then you're gonna flick in like that. So I'll put some slow-mos and stuff so you can see it in slow motion. And once you learn it, I'm telling you, one of the most important tricks on this planet is a kickflip. Like, because of how, first of all, stylish it is, how many combos you can put it in, how many variations there are. You can learn, so you can do so much with the kickflip. You could do a whole edit with literally just doing kickflips in and kickflips out. Like, you can do so much with the kickflip. Maybe don't do an edit with just kickflips in and kickflips out, but you can do a lot with kickflips, all right? I do a lot of kickflips. Most people do kickflips or some sort of variation probably in every clip they do, all right? When you learn a kickflip, it teaches you how to control the board and manipulate the board in a way. It teaches you board control and board feel. Just practice, honestly. I don't know, there's not much more I can say, but literally think about it as like bring your hand up, or the 2 steps, pop and flick. Alright, so to practice, you can go in fakie. To get good at it, you can try to do it over obstacles, and if you really can't get it, just practice your ollies. Practice your ollies for literally a week. Just do try to set maybe 10 minutes or even 5 minutes of your time just doing ollies over and over again until you can get just super buttery perfect all the time, and you can just ollie over basically anything. Because once you get your ollie perfectly set, the kickflip it's a lot easier, right? Having a not as good of an ollie, sure you can still do it, but it will make it significantly harder, and you might get demotivated. Don't get demotivated. You can do it. It just takes a lot of practice. It might take months, it might take weeks, depends on how you do it. So literally set 5 to 10 minutes before every session or anything, and just try to do kickflips. And trust me, it's not as obvious that you're getting better, but every time you do it, you are actually getting better. Trust me. All right, so you got this. You can do a kickflip. You will do a kickflip. It's a lot more simple than you would think, but it will be hard at first, obviously. So you got this. Just keep grinding it out, and you'll get it.